vaguely remember having screenshotted some questions that I said that I would answer in a video, and I haven't done that yet. Apologies. Also, yes, I look like this without makeup. I feel like I shouldn't address it almost every single time I do a makeup tutorial with no makeup, but there are always comments. So, y'all ever just massage your beauty blenders? Do I want to do full foundation, or do I want to do the contour palette method? I think I want to do the contour palette method because I am exhausted. Forgive me if the camera is out of focus. I can't really see. These are non-prescription contacts. I totally forgot to mention that I am blind as a bat, even though bats technically aren't blind, so that's a bad analogy. So I'm gonna start with covering the obvious, you know, acne spots and just any sort of spotty red discoloration. But I've actually been liking going back over my acne spots and then using them as beauty marks, because I figured, like, at the end of the day, in real life, you're gonna see that there's texture there. Like, makeup can cover up the pigmentation all you frickin' want, but, like, that level difference is always gonna be there. So, like, why not turn it into something nice? Especially now that I know that people like beauty marks. I don't know, like, the name beauty mark has always been at the back of my mind, but it's just never really, like, hit me. That, like, beauty mark. I've always just called them like moles and shit, even if they're not raised. So, like, I've always been pretty insecure about them. I never knew that people actually liked them. Now, this is going to be very weird. I'll admit it. Very weird. I have no real technique for this. I'm just kind of winging it, really. First question, movie fave. I don't really watch a ton of movies just because of time reasons, and I'm trying to catch up on so much anime. But honestly, the movie that comes to mind is the How to Train Your Dragon series, which is really random. It's just so cute. Like, anytime I see Toothless, my heart just swells 3 sizes. Like, it is just so adorable. And they're just so cool. I mean, they're dragons. I would say Big Hero 6 also, because whenever I see Baymax, an unexplainable amount of joy surges through my entire body. But that ending was kind of sad. So they don't get my favorite movie title. I love Baymax so much, bro. I want my own Baymax. If I had my own Baymax, I wouldn't be as mentally ill. But anyways, I like how I said I didn't want to do foundation because I didn't want to cover my entire face, and here I am covering my entire face because I don't know what I'm doing. Where do I get my inspiration from? P.S. You are so beautiful. Thank you. Hold on, my brain needs to catch up to my mouth real quick. Give me a business day or two. Makeup wise, I get a shit ton of my makeup inspiration from Onigiri Nana, from Milk Gore, from the internet. Sorry about that, I had to swap out my memory card. But even like certain influencers and content creators that I watch, like right now, man, I have just spiraled into watching VTubers and stuff. This one VTuber, I believe her name is Sunny. She just debuted and she has galaxy scars like across her chest, and like the planets move inside. It's like a hyper realistic, bro, so sick. And so, like, all of these really creative designs have just, I don't know, inspired some, like, color palettes that I do in, like, my eyeshadow or, like, certain outfit vibes. A lot of my old inspiration came from lifestyle YouTubers, and even, like, my content now, just, like, filming, editing-wise, all that stuff, I'm kind of going back into watching all these old lifestyle YouTubers that I used to watch and kind of taking inspiration from them. And even more recent ones, I adore my family. Bro, if y'all don't watch you're missing out. She is so... I don't even want to pin that whole, like, relatability card on literally anyone, unless it's, like, genuine personality-wise and it's relatable to, like, me and my actions, because I feel like the word and the label relatability has just been so, like, used and dried up and thrown out. Apologies if you can hear my stomach growling. Oh my god. But she's just so, like, personable, and she's not afraid to show some of the, like, worst parts of her life that wouldn't necessarily be glamorized, you know? And that is horrifying to me. But I've been working on it because, I mean, you see people like her, and it's like, oh shit, like, they're so close with their audience, like, I want to form connections like that too. I can't let this fear get in the way, if that makes sense. This turned deeper than I thought it would for such a simple question. But yeah, she, content-wise right now is probably my biggest inspiration. I know gaming content-wise, when I finally listen, okay, a small side ramble, I'll put up a timestamp for the ending of this question, but small ramble, I had my PC fund and everything. Like, I was one paycheck away from buying everything. And I was gonna do an entire series of setting everything up, and it was gonna be this massive thing. And I was gonna commission someone to do like a little PNG of me, so that like on days where I don't necessarily want to show my face on stream, or if it's like super early in the morning and I just feel like hopping on and I don't have to feel pressured to like get ready or anything, just have this cute little picture. And my laptop died. Like, it is begging me to take it off life support. It overheats immediately, even with my separate cooldown fan attachment. I have to keep it plugged in 24/7 or it runs out of battery within like 20 minutes. And sometimes, like my last video when I was uploading it, my entire PC just crashed. Like, full shut down, reboot, report this situation to Apple, crashed. And that's when I was like, oh, I know you're probably thinking, Irina, a PC is literally even better than a laptop, especially a MacBook in most cases. Why didn't you just buy the PC? I spent $200 on Final Cut Pro. It is the editing system that I know the most, and it is what I exclusively use, if not iMovie. But now that I have Final Cut, I literally have no reason to use iMovie. So I was not going to throw away that knowledge and money and time studying, because that's also what my school program was based off of. It was entirely Final Cut oriented, and I just really didn't want that negativity in my life. Did it bring a sizable amount of negativity to spend $1,600 on a singular item? Yes. I know at the end of the day, I would rather have the peace of mind of using a system that I know, a layout that I know, and also the ability to have it be portable, you know? I can't exactly pack up an entire PC. In the long run, it is the wiser decision for me to purchase the $1,600 MacBook. But it just sucks. It sucks. It sucks so badly. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Gaming. When I do eventually get my PC, a lot of my influences are honestly like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Valkyrae, Sykkuno. I really look up to them, and they're genuinely good people. I would be absolutely fucking flabbergasted if anything bad came out about any of them. And I just feel like so many creators, especially in the gaming community, because there's a lot of like Giga Chad, I think offensive humor is funny people, Like, it's so nice to have really positive, like, uplifting people. Carl Jacobs is another one that are just nice. I think this is good. It's a little rough, but like... Oh, I always forget. I normally have bangs, so I always forget this part. But it is pretty cool to just do a little dot of bronzer right here. Even if you have a big ass honkin' head like I do, it won't make your lower jaw look wider. I feel like that was a really long, unnecessary rant for something so simple. Also, this cardigan is coming off. I am sweating. I'm also going to get something to eat. I thought I wasn't recording. I almost had a heart attack. Honestly, I do not know why I covered my under eyes when I'm just gonna do a kind of dark circle look anyway. Okay, that was a decision. Next question. I was on that question for far too long. Thoughts on One Direction? I will show you. I'll show you my thoughts. Alright. Oh, you can kind of see it. There is a bin in my room filled with both official and unofficial One Direction merch as well. I just couldn't fit it in one cubby. Oh, and down below, it's a little disorganized right now. Don't mind. What are these? This is where I keep... You can't even really see it because it's so dark. Hold on, let me bring it up to light. This is like the change that I'm adding to it. These are the Venmo donations. I feel like it's good to show these because, I don't know, so many people can just run with your money. And it's so sad that I even have to like feel like I need to do this. But this is the PC donation money. I have not touched it. It is right here. I promise. Thank you so freaking much, bros, I should say. I use bro as a gender neutral term, by the way. Anyways, I might as well, now that it's open, I might as well put that there. Oh god, I'm such a mess. I promise once I powder this will match this. It's just, my powder darkens my liquid products and cream products, so I need to have a little bit of a lighter shade. When did you realize you wanted to be an influencer? I love you. I love you too. I don't have a memory where I didn't want to be. I think I just always wanted to reach a lot of people, with my, like, different creative outlets. I've always wanted to make people happy, which sounds so stereotypical and cheesy. I am so sorry. But I've just always wanted to make people happy. It's one of the reasons why I dissect my own actions so much, because I don't want to inconvenience people. I don't want to make people upset. I've just always, this is gonna look ridiculous, by the way, and then it'll sort itself out, I promise. I learned this technique from Onigiri Nana. Even as a kid, I wanted to try out for X Factor specifically. I was really into British television. I wanted to try out for X Factor, like literally like fly out to the UK and try out for the UK's X Factor. I wanted to go on The Voice. I remember I was really into The Voice just so that I could have, again, this is gonna look so stupid. I'm so sorry. Whoa. Okay, it looks even more stupid in the camera. But I've always wanted to reach a lot of people with my creativity. That's just always carried on. Like I've always wanted to bring joy to people, and not even really just to inspire people, just literally just to make them smile. And even with like the influencers that I look up to, whenever I do something, like the main goal is to just make them happy. It's always been a happiness thing. It's never been like a further your life. I feel like a lot of people, I'm not ragging on this, okay? Is that an expression? But a lot of people say that they want to inspire people to do things, right? Like, oh, I want to inspire them to further their career. How do I put this? My main focus has always been reaching you and not the status of your life. I think that's the best I'm gonna be able to articulate that. Does that even really follow the original question? I feel like I should print out each question and tape it onto the camera lens just so that whenever I look over, I can be like, hey, maybe shut the fuck up about whatever you're talking about. A slightly less deep question. What is your fave anime and what is your fave character in that anime? Now for a while, y'all know, because I talk about anime a lot on my Instagram stories. I was jumping back in between Bungo Stray Dogs and My Hero Academia, not the fandom. I feel like everybody, whenever I mention My Hero Academia, everybody always brings up the fandom. I am aware. I am perfectly, painfully, unfortunately aware of the fandom. That came off really passive-aggressive. I do apologize. But I want to say My Hero. If you can tell, a common theme in this Q&A will be Irina cannot make decisions, so she goes on long rambles to justify her actions. And my favorite character... this was so long ago, you probably already know the answer. But just take a wild guess. Oh, hold on. Achoo! Oh no, I turned on this light. Oh well, I guess we'll leave it on. I really just like Mirio, you know? No hate to Mirio. I love Mirio. He's a very sweet character. Listen. Is this a red flag? That's your decision. I have a Deku statue. I feel like, I don't know, I love Deku a lot. Like, he's just so nice. Like, he's the only person who's like, hey, this is messed up. Maybe we should help people instead of punching them, you know? I never figured out how to put the fire onto his hand. Like, there's a little attachment, so it's just kind of dangling. My sociopathic, murderous boy. It's okay, because he's traumatized. I ride so hard for him because of his backstory, which I will not dive into. 1, because it is a spoiler. 2, because this video will be 3 hours long. What's your opinion on Carl Jacobs because he's my favorite streamer? I love Carl so much. He is so funny. Alright, I did my eyeliner and my other eyebrow off camera because my camera was dying. That, and I can't really talk when I'm doing my eyeliner anyway, so... Somebody said, what do you think is a super important issue that the media should be focusing on right now, but isn't? This is gonna go into another ramble, isn't it? I think nearly everything that is of even slight importance. Climate issues, human rights, democracy, even just like feel-good news stories like local boy saves puppy from oncoming train or something. After taking literally only one history of broadcasting course, it is not hard to see that journalism itself has died. Certainly not every true journalist has died, but those who are get little to no media coverage. I mean, at least in America, we're basically a corporate-run oligarchy, so nothing that is of significance that would possibly even lower profits a smidge will ever get national news coverage unless there is like literally an uprising. And stories get spun because people are just too focused on arguing instead of shutting the fuck up. And that is the one curse word that I will leave in this video. I try and bleep them out just because I don't want to stop completely because that seems fake of me, but it does indeed help with AdSense, I've heard, so when I get monetized, it'll assist me. But I will leave that one in, because I strongly believe, and I'm gonna leave this one in again, in shutting the fuck up. There could be a story. I'm not even gonna give an example, because I'm tired of life. And there could be a story, and the general opinion could be the exact same thing across the board. Actually, no. I will give an example, because I want it to be an outrageous example. Genocide, the general consensus, thankfully, is that genocide is bad, and I don't think, and I would strongly hope that no one would argue such an opinion. But nowadays, at least in American news, certain nationally aired programs would say, no, I think genocide's a great thing. Please don't clip that. Please don't clip me saying that. But some known face will be like, yeah, I love that. That's a great idea, actually. And anyone who doesn't believe that is clearly trying to force an undemocratic agenda. And the people with common sense will be like, yo, but the only focus will be on the person screeching like a banshee at the top of their lungs that genocide is a great thing. And they will only say that because not only does it further their career, but it lines their pockets. And slowly, over time, the more they screech and screech and screech, more and more and more people who don't have critical thinking skills, whether that be because they're f***ing dumb or because they genuinely just are not and were not blessed in life to be told to have critical thinking skills, in which I do pity those people. I don't like those people, but I do pity them. They'll start to be like, oh my god, wait, how did I disagree with this earlier? Of course genocide is a great thing. And clearly, everyone who disagrees with me is horrible. And the actual message that sparked this entire debate would have been something like mortality rates of some shit. I'm not even going to give an example of that because I don't want to get too deep into this. But it's all outrage, politics, and just media in general. It's not even just politics at this point. It is literal media being argued over like high schoolers by grown-ass adults who feel like filling their greedy little baby hands and pockets. Or it's pointless shit to distract us from outrage politics. Sorry, I'm fixing my eyeliner. So yeah, I don't even have a set answer for that question because I'm just so done with national media today. I can't stand it. I really can't. Favorite makeup look you've done? I really like my moth makeup look. I will put a picture up in the corner. I really, really like that look. And it took me so long, so I'm glad I like that look. Favorite video games? I very much adore Minecraft. I love Minecraft so much, but I also really like Slime Rancher, and when I get my PC, I really want to play Stray. I really like cats. Valorant looks super fun, but I've heard it's super toxic, so when I get my PC, I'm very, 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 very scared to play it. Anyways, we're gonna move on to freckles and such. Oh, while I look for my Q&A stuff, I might just use my highlight. I do want to address the fan art wall. I have everything laminated. I literally have filmed me like self-laminating everything. I literally laminated it with like clear duct tape. I don't know why I'm calling it lamination. But sometime, I don't know when, but I am moving. I have plans to move, and I feel like if I put all of it up, I am going to need to take all of it down immediately. So it will go up in my new room, and I will incorporate those old pieces of footage, and I will tape me putting everything. What are a few of my favorite songs and artists? Corpse_husband. I got hooked on The Voice, stayed for the personality, and I genuinely like his music. I love his harder type of music. Like Never Satisfied has been my top song of the year like 2 years in a row, just because I like hearing him scream. It's very cool. That sounds like it can have a double meaning, and I do not mean it that way. I apologize. But yeah, like even his like meme songs, you could just clearly tell that like he's just like messing around. Like not necessarily low effort, but he's definitely just messing around. Like it's just fun to listen to. Like I don't know why everybody takes him so seriously. Another artist that I really, 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 really like is Harry Styles. I can't even put my love for Harry Styles into words, and I feel like I don't really mention him a ton. Whenever people are like, hey, like who's your favorite artist? At least online, and in person, he's always the first person that I mention, because he's so mainstream that it's like
course you like Harry Styles. Oh my god, fucking watermelon sugar high.
I have always been a Harry fangirl. I actually came out of the womb with a One Direction poster. Another artist that I really like is Mitski, because I am a massive poetry buff. I write poetry, I read poetry, I have some poetry books in the back and like other cubbies, and I feel like her music is just like, songs in general were supposed to be like just sung poetry, and it's not very much like that anymore, which is not inherently a bad thing, but to hear such colorful imagery sung in such like a delicate yet powerful and raw tone, like I love her. Also, along with that is Melanie Martinez. I love Melanie Martinez. Another big artist, Hozier. Again, same thing with the poetry. I love that man. I feel like if I go too deep in the woods one day, I will just see him with a guitar on a mossy tree stump. That's another artist, Ghostman. I've been listening to a lot of Ado. I listen to an embarrassing amount of Vocaloid. I also, of course, with my YouTuber deep dive, have found Les Loxian Boys, and they have very good singing voices. I adore Shu's voice, bro. Who else have I been listening a lot to? Let's go through my playlist. Let's skip the embarrassing amount of Vocaloid. I've been listening to a ton of Loveless, their covers, and I want to get into their original music because I feel like I'm just kind of like cheating them by not listening to their original music. I'm sorry. So I will listen to their original songs soon. I like a lot of G-Idol's music, the K-pop group. I also like Blackpink. SZA and Her. Oh, I believe that's it. Alright, I'm just gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, everything helps boost me in the algorithm so you can not only see more of me, but more people can see more of me, and that would be very helpful, because that also gives me money to do fun stuff, like raising money for a PC. I can't stand my luck. All of my socials will also be in the link below. I have fun little end cards that make other videos and subscribing easily accessible, so you don't even have to do a lot of work. I hope you have a good day. Peace!